We're watching the Citi Newsroom as we pick reactions, from members of Parliament following the presentation of the State of the Nation address by President Akufo-Addo.
Enjoying the fact that Parliament finally passed the e-levy. It was His Excellency's 78th birthday and a wonderful State of the Nation address. We can only begin to talk about it from tomorrow.
He did mention that, indeed, the economy is struggling due to events happening in Russia as well as COVID. But persons on the minority side say consistently we are blaming all our issues on COVID and events happening in Russia. What do you think?
Are they true or not? You can blame without basis, and you can blame with a basis. We can attribute with a fact. Isn't it true that COVID has even affected the developed world, made worse by the Russia-Ukraine war? Even in countries that mine oil, like United Kingdom, like Nigeria, they are having problems with petroleum products. Isn't it true? Isn't it true that some countries have started practicing petroleum products patriotism?
On the energy prices, for example, some are saying we should expect some reductions, but others are saying that the increases are a bit too significant. The 1.6% reduction, very insignificant for Ghanaians. What do you have to say to them? Do you expect a better reduction?
Over 80% of your petroleum prices depends upon the outside external price. So,
but then 1.6% for some businesses.
How much? Even if we took all the 2.43 2 cities, 43 pesos, that is the government stake, the margins and everything out of the fuel, it wouldn't have contributed to more than 5%.
Your initial reaction to the State of the Nation address delivered by the President?
You take the health sector. He spoke about Agenda 111.
The delayed implementation.
Clearly, you and I know very well that the President is preparing our minds to the effect that he cannot deliver the promises he gave us. There are still issues that the President must respond to. Number one, all the papers, including the presentations made to us, as far as Agenda 111 is concerned, there is no source of funding. There is no source of funding.
It's quite unfortunate. It's obvious he was not listening to the President. If he had actually listened to the President and the details the President had given, he wouldn't be here saying the things he's saying. I'm so sad. And today, the NDC is telling us a president or a government must have a full cost of project they want to do, source of funding, and then contractors. The e-blocks for 4 years they were in power. Were they able to complete? Did they have a source of funding for the e-blocks?
You heard the president talk about the fact that they constructed what? 10,000 new kilometers. I hold here in my hands the list of projects the government published up to 2021. Which the government published as an official document. I open into page 3. If you read the summary of roads, Asfaltico Valley, 1,400 kilometers. Construction, that is the roads that they have actually done from scratch, is only 68 kilometers. Graveling and re-graveling. In the village, when you do re-graveling, nobody calls it a said word, but he's saying they've constructed 10,000 kilometers. And guess what? Partial reconstruction, construction, rehabilitation, resealing, a spot improvement, that's pothole patching. The total is what? 4,200 kilometers. So if a president publishes this document, and we are just 4 months at the end of 2021, we are just 4 months into 2022, and you are telling us you've constructed 10,000 kilometers, what do you call that person?
So for you, basically, he is telling an untruth.
The president told an untruth. The NPP government never constructed 10,000 kilometers from 2017. Where did I get my information from? This is the record. This is the record. And it's not, all these roads are not even roads that are done complete. These are even just graveling, pothole patching. And even the total is 4,200. So unless the president can say that between December last year and this month, they've constructed 6,000 kilometers. You and I know that is not possible. So the president wants the country to come along with him. The Muslim, Christian, youth, women, children, everybody to come with him. But how can we follow you when you are lying? I don't think we want to follow you when you are lying. So find me a word I can use to describe the president when he knows the truth. But tell otherwise, what should I call him? The 10,000 is a fantasy number. The president did not construct new road 10,000 kilometers. Unfortunately, I must say, the president lied.
So governs Abuja, the ranking member on the Roads and Transport Committee, basically disproving what the president said with regards to the roads that has been constructed, and he was showing us some proof there. The minority is saying that the president has lied in terms of the number of roads he says has been constructed. I mean, yes.
It's for them to go and prove it. Come out.
I mean, for you. I mean,
Why?
for you. I mean, what's this?
I'm a member of cabinet. I mean, listen, we road by road, location by location, everywhere else. The minister of roads had come to brief us. We are aware that it's not figures that is just talking about in the air. These are real. He's doing it. And it's been well planned, and the government is sticking to it.
They describe the president as being on serious. In that, I mean, you shifted the 111 agenda delivery timeline.
Didn't you hear the president? He says that that there are few problems. Well, it's admitted, a little of ambitious, in a sense that he thought that the time would be easy, that there will be locations where people will accept it. But sometimes you have problems with procurement of the land itself for you to begin to construct on the ground. So there were challenges to overcome. Most of them have overcome, left with few. And he says by the end of his term, he will have executed all the programs related to the Agenda 111.
Okay.
Leading member of the NPP, Mr. Freddie Blay there. We're still picking reactions in Parliament to the State of the Nation address. I mean, the minority is saying that we are blaming COVID and the Russia-Ukraine issue too much on our issues. I mean, what do you have to say to that? All our problems, we blame on COVID.
When events of that nature happen, things change. And so it's not an issue of blaming. You had COVID, and now you had the Ukrainian war. Who would have thought about it? Fuel, food, and financing have become a problem. Finance ministers, we call it the three dangerous Fs: fuel, food, and financing. We can destabilize any society. But there's nothing that we can't overcome if we work together as a people. And that's where we are. And I think yesterday registered a moment in our history where things came together, and we shall move forward and conquer.
Has given indication that they will file more or less an injunction against the passing of illegal
Nothing, I mean, that's democracy. You know, somebody has an issue, they go to court, you resolve it, you move on. I don't think there's anything dramatic about that, you know. We believe there was a quorum in the House. You're walking out does not mean that there's no quorum. You could have gone for lunch and come back, who knows. So we are really pleased that things went well. And I think the nation is settled. There's a certain spirit of calmness and yabre yanko yenim.
We start the implementation of the ELM.
Yeah, it's a key question. We had some meetings of the Controller General and the NGRA, and they have indicated to us that right at the beginning of May, they should be able to get the systems all together.